An archive is a place to store the historic records of a place, person or organisation. Perth and Kinross Archive is a local authority archive, which means it collects the archival records of Perth and Kinross Council. The archive gets used for a number of different things, mainly local, family and social history research. This is a criminal convictions book of the Perthshire and Kinrossshire Constabulary from 1875 to 1906. So while people may not be so delighted to learn about the dubious past of their ancestors, it does provide them with a very rare opportunity to see some pictures of them. An archive to me is a collective memory. It's a place to store the evidence of our history. It's a place to delve into the past, to understand what happened before us.
An archive is a repository of knowledge. It can cover any type of institution. The archive of HarperCollins Publishers is quite big. This room here is room 1. It has the capacity for about 6,000 boxes. These boxes contain contracts, legal information, correspondence, editorial, copies of our books, and every kind of paper document that is necessary for us to keep. So this here is a small Christmas card that was sent to all the people who worked for Collins when they were out at the front during World War I. The whole point of an archive is a trigger for memory. It is to help us remember and identify our history. It gives us a sense of place, of identity, and of our part in society.
An archive to me is a place of inspiration, a place of hope, a place of stories. You know, it's somewhere you can go to find out things that you didn't know, to take you down routes of storytelling you never expected. It's harder to think of a better place, actually, to go to find inspiration for storytelling.
We hold the archives of the university, but we're also a collecting archive, so we have a lot of material that relates to Dundee and the Tayside area. This is the kind of record that's really useful to think about in terms of how it can contribute to society today, because you could do lots of research relating to the environment and perhaps think about things like the impact of climate change with some of the students. I know that a lot of people think an archive is just about history, and that's really important because archives tell stories of the past so that people can come and use them and people can have an understanding about who they are and where they've come from, and get something of a feeling of community from them. Certainly with working with the students here, we've learned that archives can be about just sparking a little bit of creativity. One of the students created a work with the imagery from the textile collections to create this piece.
There's a real joy for me anytime I get the opportunity to explore an archive, particularly when I don't know, actually, to go and find things you've never found before and to follow those threads of ideas to that one piece of archive that's exactly what you're looking for, or that tells you something you didn't know.
An archive is a collection of material, papers, photographs, plans that's survived, first of all, and has been pulled together to become an archive. The Bells Trust is a wee bit unusual. We're not an archive, we're a processing service. We've been here in these premises since 1992. Before that, the Trust was set up by a businessman, William Lind, to help save and rescue business archives, in particular technical records. So the main types of material that we have are plan formats, so technical drawings. Then also every type of business record, so lots of volumes and ledgers, photographic material, so that can be prints, but it can also be glass plate negatives.
What you see in a place like this, it's part of our culture, part of our heritage. It records and we preserve a record of our achievement, our successes, our failures too, but it blends with our present day life. We build upon it, we understand where we've come from and why it's important to preserve this so we can comprehend, and it's part of the culture and heritage of our enterprise.
So I think one of the nicest things about archives is they're for you to interpret as an individual, and that's something that's completely unique. It could be school children looking at a nice picture of a ship, or it could be someone that worked on that ship, or someone whose ancestors travelled on that ship, and they'll all have a different personal connection with that item. And that's one of the nicest things about archives, is they're for everyone, and everyone will have a unique interaction with them.
An archive is a collected memory. It's a record of decisions that were made in the past and lives lived. Mount Stuart's the ancestral seat of the Marquesses of Bute. The archive dates from 1158 to present day. We have outsize items, rolled items, maps and plans. The archive is largely used today for educational purposes. We use it for loans which are requested for archive material for artworks and items from the wider collection. The stories we tell here at Mount Stuart come from the archive. Without the archive, we couldn't tell the stories we tell. With whether people realise it or not, archives affect everybody, whether directly or indirectly, and everybody can learn from an archive. And I've got the privilege and the pleasure of being able to work with them every day and to pass on my enthusiasm.